If you have clicked this video, that means you live in Canada or are either investing or planning to invest into your future. You're at the right place. Today, we're going to explain it to you what TFSA is and we'll break down everything that you need to know about it. It is an initiative started by the Canadian government in 2009 for the people of Canada to save and invest for their future. So when you use your normal savings account and invest your money in it and let it just grow there, and that is what everyone wants, their money to grow up in future. But during a certain time, you would love to move that money out of your savings account and want to spend it. So what happens in the normal savings account, you pay tax on whenever you get a capital gain in your savings account. When you take out the money from the tax-free savings account, you do not pay any taxes on the capital gain that you get. For example, you have invested $10,000 in your savings account, and similarly, I have invested $10,000 in my tax-free savings account. After 5 years, the $10,000 has become $20,000 in both the account. Let's just consider it in the best case scenario. However, when you are trying to remove the $20,000, you do pay taxes on the $10,000 that you have gained on it. However, when I am trying to remove the $20,000 out from the tax-free savings account, I do not pay any taxes because it is in my tax-free savings account. So that is the major difference when you compare between a regular savings account and tax-free savings accounts. So if you can save taxes just by putting into tax-free savings account, why ever to use a savings account? Of course, there is limitations in tax-free savings account on how much money you can invest into it. That limitation is something called as contribution limit. So every year, Government of Canada standardizes the contribution limit for the people of Canada. So this year it is 6,500 Canadian dollars. Last year it was $6,000, and every year the contribution limit changes. It varies between $5,000 to $7,500. So the best part about the contribution limit is an accredited contribution limit, which means that if you have not invested anything in 2024, which is the $6,000, you can use that $6,000 in 2025. So your total contribution limit becomes $12,500 in 2025 for you to invest. So please be advised that contribution limit is a threshold of how much money you can put into it. For example, if you go over the contribution limit, you pay 1% for every dollar that you spent on it. Now we have learned a lot about TFSA and what is the contribution limit. But now let us learn about how do we make money in the TFSA. There are total 3 categories, and the first category has 3 types of earnings in it. So the first is the regular one, which is your interest. So if you are putting into your savings account, you have GICs, or you have bought bonds through the TFSA account, you earn interest. The second category is the dividends. You bought a stock from a company and they are giving you dividends, so that's how you can earn. So that is the second category. And the third category is the stock market sharing. So for example, you bought a stock at a low level and then you sold it at a higher level. So that are the 3 major ways you can earn interest in your TFSA account. The best part about it is whatever the money that you have earned, let it be interest, let it be dividend, or by selling stocks at a profitable margin, you do not pay any taxes for the accumulated money that you have earned. Before getting into the intricate part of knowing what type of TFSAs are there, the first misconception that I would like to rule out would be the TFSA is not an investment. So TFSA is an account similar to savings account, checkings account. So you might have to open and save a TFSA account from Scotia, Wealthsimple, RBC, whichever platform do you think is right. And into the TFSA account, you can do all the investments such as GICs, savings account, stock market, bonds, ETFs, everything is into that account. A lot of people confuse TFSA account with the contribution limit. For example, if you open a TFSA account from Scotia Bank and you also open a TFSA account from Wealthsimple, it is the cumulative total of investments that you do is considered towards the contribution limit. Let me make it more simple to you. If your contribution limit for the year is $6,500 and you open a savings account or a GIC in a Scotia Bank for $5,000, so you only have $1,500 remaining to invest in the Wealthsimple TFSA account. It is not that you can invest $6,500 in TFSA and $6,500 in Scotiabank. So it's the cumulative addition that it is going to the government. We have been talking about investment, we have been talking about contribution, everything, but then we have not spoken about withdrawal of the money. So let's just talk about that. There is a lot of confusion amongst people, including me when I was doing it. So whenever you're trying to withdraw money, that does not replenish your contribution limit. For example, you have an $6,500 contribution limit in 2025. You invested $5,000, which means that you have $1,500 as the contribution limit. However, due to certain reason, you took out $1,000 from the TFSA account. That does not mean that you have $2,500 into the contribution limit. You still have the $1,500 contribution limit, but the $1,000 which you have taken out does not go anywhere, just that it will be replenished in the next year. So that contribution limit will be added to your next year. So now we have spoken about the best case scenarios and what happens when you withdraw the money when the money grows. Let's also consider the worst case scenarios. What if you have invested in a stock and you lose the money in the stock market, and what happens when you withdraw the money? For example, you have invested $10,000 in the stock market using TFSA account. That $10,000 have become $5,000 and you want to withdraw the $5,000 which is there in the TFSA account. That does not mean that you have just removed the $5,000 from the contribution limit. The contribution limit will still be $10,000. It has nothing to do if you lose the money or increase the money. As the word itself says, it's a contribution limit, not a withdrawal limit. So how much ever you do, there is a cap for contribution but not a cap for withdrawal. So every year, $6,500 or $7,000 or $5,000 can be invested in it, but taking out the money is all based on you and your risk taking capability. So that is all you need to know about the TFSA account. Let me quickly go through all the important things that we had spoken. TFSA account is tax-free savings account which anyone can open and invest the money for growing the money. Whatever money that grows into your account is completely tax-free. Second thing, always be sure about not going above your contribution limit, because that might incur you some tax implications of 1% every month for the contribution limit you have overpowered with. The third thing is, do not withdraw the money and reinvest it in the same year, because as I had explained it to you, your contribution limit will again be going beyond it. The fourth one is, do not use it for day trading. And the fifth one, the most important one, do not use TFSA as a savings account. Please use that into growing your money using ETFs, bonds, or even stock market, whatever is comfortable with you, or even a GIC. Just don't let your money stay with the savings account, because as we all have learned, inflation kills your money which is just being sitting in the bank. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you think that this video was way more valuable and informative, please do like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. If you have questions, please leave in the comment section below, and do share. Your support means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.